Natalya and Liv Morgan are going viral for their recent interaction at a live event, so we'll see what went down there. We'll also check out Ava Raine's debut, The Rock, and much more. Let's start things off with the biggest story coming out of the WWE live events from this weekend, and that's the Liv Morgan and Natalya match. Everyone knows what WWE live events are usually about. These are small house shows just for the fans in attendance, and it doesn't get televised. These live events are basically just WWE's practice field. Live events is where they'll test out superstars' chemistry with each other and test out matches or stories before bringing it to WWE television. If something goes really well at a house show, WWE will bring whatever that is to television later that same week. This week's upcoming SmackDown will feature Liv Morgan and Natalya in a big non-title singles match. And it looks like they're testing Liv and Natalya's chemistry leading up to the televised match on SmackDown with some live event matches. Liv Morgan and Natalya went at it during a recent live event. Everything appeared to be normal at first. Liv hit her finisher and pinned Natalya for the 3 count. But what happened right after the match is what made this moment go viral. Natalya no-sells Liv Morgan's finisher, gets immediately up after the 3 count to point her finger at Liv Morgan, yell something at her, and storm out of the ring. Obviously, if you've seen finishes to wrestling matches before, then you already know that this isn't traditionally how it goes. If it's a quick and cheap roll-up victory, then sure, your opponent has the right to spring back up to their feet and complain to the referee. But to be hit with a finisher and immediately jump up to scold the individual that beat you is a red flag. Maybe since it was just a house show, Natalya thought she could probably get away with doing something like that, but you gotta remember that there's thousands of phones in that arena. Someone will be recording, and if something out of the ordinary happens, that fan is posting the footage online. And that's exactly what happened here with this moment between Natalya and Liv Morgan. The clip started going viral and gaining serious momentum as fans were watching it back and trying to figure out what ticked off Natalya to immediately scold Liv Morgan like that and ruin the closing moments of the match. And before the end of the night, this clip was everywhere and everyone was discussing it. Natalya actually quoted the clip and explained herself in a now deleted tweet. Natalya had this to say about that awkward moment. Quote, "I'm breaking character right now, but I actually said thank you if you must know." End quote. That tweet wasn't up for long before Natalya deleted it from her Twitter. So even though Natalya said herself that she was just saying thank you to Liv Morgan, fans still have a hard time believing that, because obviously that's not how you usually say thank you. You usually don't sell your opponent's finisher, point your finger at them, and storm off to the back without selling the effects of the match. So some fans aren't really buying into Natalya's explanation at all because it just doesn't make logical sense. And the way Natalya said, "if you must know," as if the fans were being nosy on a private interaction. This was something she did in front of a live crowd where phone cameras were rolling. If she didn't want it to become a big story, could have just waited to get to the back to tell Liv Morgan, "thank you," or whatever it was really about, and none of this attention would have happened. But it was because of the way Natalya lashed out at the end of the match that caused all of this attention. Fans who went back and looked over the footage plenty of times believe that Liv Morgan might have accidentally poked Natalya in the eye very hard while going for her finisher. So some fans wonder if this could have been the moment that set Natalya up to scold Liv Morgan. Either way, it was a very weird moment to see unfold, and even more strange for Natalya to lash out at fans, as if we saw something we weren't supposed to see when this all went down in the middle of the ring at a live event. So no matter what the problem or issue was between Natalya and Liv Morgan, they'll have a few days to settle everything out before meeting again at SmackDown. But that's the latest info on that strange live event moment with Natalya. Ava Raine, The Rock's daughter, made her NXT debut during a recent NXT live event. Ava has gone through a few name changes and even used to be a part of the crowd back in WWE's Performance Center era during the pandemic. Ava was seen in the crowd behind the plexiglass, cheering on the action that was going on inside the ring. So technically, this was her first appearance on WWE television over the last few years, but now she's ready to get back on screen as an actual competitor herself. Ava came out to the middle of the ring during an NXT live event and got on the mic. It's being reported that this was in fact her first ever promo in front of fans. Fans in attendance said that Ava took a few shots at Cora Jade and the entire new era of women's wrestlers in NXT. She closed it all out by saying herself, the final girl. So naturally, when it comes to the son or daughter of all-time massive stars and athletes, the expectation of the child of the big star is always going to be huge. It can be in basketball, football, baseball, or even wrestling. If you're coming from a popular family, or if you're the direct child from one of those all-time stars, fans are going to have a lot of hype and expectations around you. And that's what Ava's getting used to right now. There's a lot of hype around her, and she'll always be in the news for everything she does, since she is The Rock's daughter. And like we talked about with Rey Mysterio and Dominic, Ric Flair and Charlotte, Ava had one of the biggest stars, best tutors, and someone that knows the business better than anyone else, just living at home as her father. So having him around all the time, teaching her and giving her advice, definitely helps a lot, and gives her insight that maybe other new talent didn't have available to them. So we're getting closer and closer to seeing her make her official NXT debut, and that's going to be a lot of fun to keep an eye on. Speaking of The Rock, he recently took to Instagram to share all the story about a young fan that was trying to meet him. The Rock was staying at a hotel in Hawaii, and a young 11-year-old fan named Troy found out about it and was hoping to meet The Rock. The fan waited hours in the hotel lobby, but was unable to meet The Rock, so instead, the fan wrote a note in the hotel lobby and gave it in. The Rock's security put the note in The Rock's briefcase and he laid eyes on it. Not only did The Rock read the note, he took to Instagram to read out the fan's letter. The 11-year-old fan mentioned how he loved seeing The Rock's movies and was a big fan of everything he did. The fan left his number and address on the letter. Well, the fan was just hoping for a letter back, but The Rock said he was going to do something better and send the fan a whole bunch of gifts straight to his address that he left on the note. So even though the fan didn't get to meet The Rock in person, having him read out your note on Instagram and send you a whole gift basket is still pretty great. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.